Right here in the burbs, there's a potential solution to Toronto's housing crisis. Street after street of single-unit homes ripe for a reno. Take one low-rise home and morph it into a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. In the past, multiplexes have only been allowed in 12% of the city, but now the council has approved them in all residential zoned areas. Can allowing multiplexes all over Toronto help ease skyrocketing rents by creating extra housing? All right, let's get the obvious out of the way first. Even if all 25 houses on this street converted from 1 to 4 units, that's still only 100 homes. Nowhere near the number a giant like this will add. Still, the city has a target of 285,000 homes by 2031. Part of a mission to catch up after decades of building too few. And city staff estimate if we continue building the way we have been, we'll end up 125,000 short. It's because of how the city grew after the Second World War and through the 80s, spreading relentlessly flat and outwards. But that sprawl is not just a Toronto thing. Other Canadian cities have tried multiplex changes, but too recently to get much data from. So turning to examples in the US, in 2018, Minneapolis ended single-family zoning, allowing for citywide multiplexes. In Portland, new zoning allowing for more multiplexes took effect in 2021. It only added up to 300 homes in the first year in Portland, but the rents did chill out. In Portland and Minneapolis, rents have been growing well below the national average. So back here in Toronto, concerns over falling property values, parking shortages, and diminished neighborhood character have stretched this debate on for years. But now that we have tens of thousands of potential homes that could become multiplexes all over the city, who's going to actually make that happen? Investors will have to find the sweet spot, balancing construction costs with rent. It could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to move windows, add entrances, and dig out a basement. That's where a hot rental market like Toronto's can help. The more a landlord can charge tenants, the faster they can start making a return on their investment. But with interest rates as high as they are, the cost of borrowing might also hold people back. The city says it doesn't have a target for how many units the multiplex move will create, but based off of historical rates of multiplex conversions in areas where it's already allowed, the city says it's expecting incremental growth. So for this strategy to work, people or developers are going to have to take the city up on what's now allowed, but nobody's kidding themselves. This multiplex plan was only ever meant to be part of the solution.